Now, some people are saying that if Nicolas Jackson was on the pitch for Chelsea in the Chelsea versus Crystal Palace game, that Chelsea would have had much success. And it is just funny when I see takes like that, when I see posts like that. It's funny because now take it from me. I am a Nicolas Jackson fan. Like, you guys know this thing. If you've been watching my video for a while now, you know that I actually really, really like and I fancy Nicolas Jackson. But so if everything I'm about to say right now, it is my opinion. It's not because I'm biased, it's because it's genuinely what I'm believing. Now, if you are saying Nicolas Jackson is going to make us have more success if he was on the pitch in the Chelsea versus Crystal Palace game, on what basis are you saying that? On what basis are you saying that? You are saying that Jackson would have done this differently, would have done that differently. Are you being serious? See, the honest truth is Nicolas Jackson and João Pedro, they actually make the same type of movement on the pitch. They both like to drop deep and create space for their teammates. That is exactly what they do. Drop deep and create space for their teammates. The big difference between Nicolas Jackson and João Pedro is that, in my opinion, João Pedro is more technically inclined than Nicolas Jackson. I made a video about this. This is not the first time I'm making this statement. Go and check. First time João Pedro came during the Club World Cup, I made a video. That was why I told you guys that Nicolas Jackson would be third choice striker, because he and João Pedro, they are basically the same, but João Pedro is more technical than Jackson. So if Palace could stop João Pedro, what makes you think that Palace would have had troubles in stopping Nicolas Jackson? Again, Nicolas Jackson and João Pedro, they make the same type of movement. The only difference is that João Pedro is more technical than Nicolas Jackson. João Pedro, right, he knows how to keep the ball, he's better with the ball, he's better at passing, better at keeping possession under pressure. Again, if Palace managed to mark Pedro tightly and stop him from getting space, why do you think Jackson would have done better? There was simply no space in that match because Palace made the game very compact. They made the game very compact. They played a 3-4-3, but there was no time that their wing backs were high up the pitch. It was not. I don't even understand what you people are saying. I don't understand. There was simply no space. There was simply no space. No space. There's nothing. People are saying that, oh, Jackson would have done this. Jackson would have moved around. What are you saying? Even João Pedro moved around. Still nothing happened. So what made you think that Jackson would have been different? The problem was not Chelsea's striker choice. The problem was that there was no space and Chelsea players failed to progress the ball. That was the problem. In fact, in my opinion, even Nicolas Jackson, João Pedro, they should not have even started that game. The type of profile we needed was Liam Delap. That was the profile we needed. So if you are telling me that Nicolas Jackson would have done better, I have to question your ball knowledge, because once again, right, these guys, they are the same. Only difference is João Pedro is more technical. The problem that Chelsea had in that game was not the striker that we started. It was that we lacked people that could progress the ball. There was no Tosin Adarabioyo to progress the ball from defense. There was no Leverkusen to progress the ball from defense. There was no Romeo Lavia to progress the ball from midfield for Chelsea. These are our three ball progressors in the team. That was why we struggled, not because Nicolas Jackson would have not done anything.